It's Charlie next.
Welcome, everyone, to our Legacy Family School acting troupe production of Love's Labor's Lost by Shakespeare. We are very thankful for your attendance to our play. I am Professor Fern Montgomery, the principal of Navarre High in our story. At this time, we ask you to please silence your cell phones, as it is set in 1958, so there are no cell phones. And also, please do not go backstage to your left, because it is very distracting to the actors, and you can see them afterwards. Just wait for them. Concessions will be available at intermission if you already purchased them online, and they will be available, they'll be delivered to you throughout the audience. Also available is a bidding sheet to your left on a flowery tablecloth, and if you like any of our set pieces, then the planter box, the bench, and the walkers are all available to bid on. The bathrooms are located behind the stage in the back of the building, so if you go through the doors on your right, then you can get there. Do not go through the doors on your left. Thank you. So, our play story begins with our main character, Ken, who's the prom king, and he decides to have all of his friends take an oath to not speak to women and focus on their studies for 3 years. This doesn't work out very well for Clarence and Juan Carlos, who are both in love with a woman named Jacqueline. They are very disappointed with the oath. And also, friends with Juan Carlos are Pamela and Moth, and the three of them try to cope with the star-crossed romance and have some silly fights in the process involving marshmallows. Everything is going smoothly with their plan until some visitors from Aquitaine High arrive. This includes Cynthia and her beautiful friends. Immediately love-struck, all of the 5 main boys are just completely in love with them, but they feel bad because they are so loyal to their oath, and especially when they are caught writing love letters to their romantic interests. Also in this show is some reprobate freshmen who always bother me and my fellow professors. They're always playing pranks, and I would dare say they are the worst students in this. Thank you. Will the romances turn out? Will the 5 main boys stick to their oath? Will the freshmen finally stop bothering their teachers? I guess we'll find out in Acts 1 through 4 of Love's Labor's Lost.
All students need to be in class, not going in the halls. Please arrive in class promptly.
Every
Bruce and Lawrence, have sworn for 3 years' term to live with me, my fellow scholars, and to keep those statutes that are recorded there. Your oaths are passed, and now sign your names.
I am resolved. 'Tis but a 3 years' fast. The mind shall banquet, though the body pine.
My loving friend, wait. He's mortified. The grosser matter of these worlds, delights, he throws upon the gross world's baser slaves.
To love, to wealth, to pomp I pine and die. With all these, living in philosophy.
So what, Ken? I've already sworn that is to live and study here 3 years, but there are other strict observances. It's not to see women in that term, which I hope is not enrolled there.
And then to sleep but 3 hours a night, which I hope is not enrolled there. And then one day to touch no food, which I hope is not enrolled there. Oh, these are very tasks, too hard to keep. To not see ladies, study fast, not sleep.
Your oath is passed to pass away from these. I only swore to study with your face, to be in your school for 3 years' space.
You swore to that, Barry, and to the rest.
By yea and nay, sir, for a sworn jest. What is the end of our study? Won't you let me know? Why, that's to know which else we should not know. These be the stops that hinder study quite, and train our intellects to vain delight. Give me the paper and let me read this thing. To the strictest degrees, I'll write my name, how well this yielding rescues thee from shame.
Item, that no woman shall come within a mile of my school. Had this been planned?
4 days ago.
Let's see the penalty. On pain of losing her tongue.
Who devised this penalty?
Mary, that did I.
Sweet friend, why?
To frighten them hence with that dread penalty.
A very dangerous penalty against gentility.
Item, if any man be seen to talk with a woman within the term of 3 years, he shall under such public shame as the rest of the school can possibly abide.
This article, my friend, yourself must break. For well you know, here comes the embassy. The principal Aquitaine's daughter for the prom. With yourself to speak to. What say you, friends? This was quite forgot. We must of force dispense with this decree. She must lie here on mere necessity. Necessity will make us all forsworn 3,000 times in this 3 year space. But if I break faith, this word will speak for me, because I'm forsworn on mere necessity. But I believe, although I seem so below, I'll be the last I'll keep his oath. One, two, three. One, two, three. Men! But is there no quick recreation granted? Aye, that there is. Our school, you know, is haunted by a refined traveler of Spain.
Juan Carlos is the most illustrious white, I'm about to fire new words. Fashion's own knight.
And Clarence, the swain. And he shall be our sport, instead of study 3 years is but short.
Which of you is Ken?
This fellow, what would?
Warren Charles commends you. There's villainy abroad. This letter will tell you more.
Sir, the contempts thereof are as touching me.
A letter from the magnificent Juan Carlos.
I'll also of the matter, and hope for high words.
The matter is to me, sir, as concerning Jack. The manner of it is, I was taken with the manner.
In what manner?
I was seen with her in the manor house, sitting with her upon the form, and taken following her to the park. Which, put together, is in manner and in form, following. It is the manner of a man to speak to a woman.
Great deputy, the Welkin's visurgent, and sole dominator of Navarre, my soul's earth's god, and body's fostering patron.
Not a word of Clarence yet.
So it is.
It may be so, but if you say it is so, he isn't telling true, but so.
Peace.
Be to me and every man that dares not fight.
No words. As I am a gentleman, I took myself to walk, but to the place where it standeth, north-northeast, and by east, from the west corner, thy curious knotted garden. Blah, blah, blah. That's unnecessary. I did encounter that obscene and most preposterous event. There did I see that low-spirited swain, that base minnow of thy mirth, that unlettered, small-knowing soul,
Me?
that shallow vassal,
Still me?
which, as I remember, Clarence,
Oh, me.
sorted and consorted, contrary to thy established, proclaimed edict and continent canon, with a child of our grandmother Eve, a female, or for thy more sweet understanding, a woman. I, as my ever-esteemed duty pricks me on, have sent to thee, to receive the meed of punishment by thy sweet grace's officer, Arlene Doe, a woman of good repute, carriage, bearing, and estimation.
Me? I'm
For Jacqueline, so is the weaker vessel called, which I apprehended with the aforesaid swain. I keep her as a vessel of thy law's fury, and shall, at the least of thy sweet notice, bring her to trial. Thine in all compliments of devoted and heart-burning heat of duty, Juan Carlos.
This is not so much I've looked for, but the best I've ever heard.
But what say you?
Sir, I do confess, I know the girl.
Did you hear the proclamation?
I do confess much of the hearing it, but little of the marking of it.
It was proclaimed a year's imprisonment to be taken with a woman.
I was taken with none, sir. I was taken with a maid.
This maid will not serve your turn, sir.
This maid will serve my turn, sir.
Sir! I will pronounce your sentence. You shall fast a week with bread and water.
I'd rather pray a month with corned beef and hash.
And Juan Carlos shall be your keeper. See him delivered hence. And so go we to put in practice that which each to other hath so faithfully sworn.
These oaths of these lawful proof and idle scorn. Sarah, come on.
I suffer for the truth, sir. For it is true I was taken with Jacqueline. And Jacqueline is a true girl. Therefore, welcome out of the sour cup of prosperity.
What sign is it when a man of great spirit grows melancholy?
A great sign, sir, that he will look sad.
Why, sadness and melancholy are one in the self-same thing, Mary.
No, sir, of course no, sir.
How canst thou part sadness and melancholy, my tender young maid?
By a familiar demonstration in the work of my tough elder.
What tough elder?
Why, young maid?
I spoke it, tender young maid, as a congruent description appertaining to thy young days, which we nominate tender.
And I tough elder as a familiar definition for your age, which we may name tough.
Dorothy answers, thou heats my blood. I promised to study 3 years. Yeah.
You may do it in an hour, sir.
Impossible.
How many is 1 times 3?
I appeal that reckoning.
You are a gentleman and a gangster.
I confess both.
Then I'm sure you know the gross of deuce and 8 amounts to.
It does amount to one more than 2.
Bait, which the vulgar do call 30.
Why, sir, is this such a piece of study? Now here is 3, study air, the old price week, and how easy it is to put years into the word 3, and study 3 years in 2 words. A most fine figure, but I must confess, I am in love. Oh, I'm in love of that country girl, which I took into the park. The rational hind Clarence, too. She deserves better.
To be with, and yet better than my master.
See, girl, my heart goes heavy with love. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you.
Sir, it is Ken's pleasure that you keep Clarence safe. You must suffer him to take no delight, nor no penance, but he must fast 3 days a week. For this maid, I must keep her at the park. Fare you well.
I do betray myself with blushing. Man, I will visit thee at the lodge.
That's your vibe.
I know it isn't you.
How wise you are.
I will tell you wonders.
With that face.
I love thee.
So I heard you say.
And so proud.
And fair, but another afternoon.
Villain, thou shalt fast thy fences, ere thou be pardoned.
Well, sir, I hope that when I do it, I shall do it on a full stomach.
And please, villain, shut him up. Come, you transgressing man, away.
Well, if ever I do see the merry days of desolation that I have seen, some shall see.
What shall some see?
Nay, nothing, Moth, but what they look upon. It is not for prisoners to be too silent in their words, and therefore I will say nothing. I thank God that I was little patient than another man, and therefore I can be quiet.
I do think the very ground which is base, or her shoe, which is baser, guided by her foot, which is basis, doth tread. I shall be forsworn, which is the greatest argument of falsehood, if I love. Too much odds for Spaniards, rapier. The first and second term will not serve my cause. The Gaston, she respects not. The duello, she regards not. Peace, valor, thus. Rapier, be still. Drum, for your manager is in love.
Life could be dream.
What are you, silly? How dare you! You better go back to class. I still see you. Get out of here. How dare you! The audacity of your audacious
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I have seen. Give him the word that I'm not a rover. And tell him that his lonesome nights are over. Sandman, I'm still alone. Don't have nobody to call my own. Please turn on your magic beam. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
Now, madam, summon up your dearest spirits. Consider who that man your father sends, to whom he sends, and what's his message.
Yourself held precious in the world's esteem, the partly with the sole inheritor of all the perfections that a man may have, matched with Nana, the plea of no less weight than equity, a great gift for a lady.
Oh, lament my beauty, though what needs not the painted flourish of your praise. Beauty is bought by judgment of the eye, not uttered by base sale of peddlers' tongues. But now, to task the tasker, good courage. You are not ignorant, all-telling thing. That noise of bride of bar hath made a vow. Tale while we attend like humble visage shooters his high will. Proud of employment, willingly I go. Who are the others, my loving lady, that a vow fellow's witness, virtuous can?
Lawrence is one.
Know you the man?
I know him, madam. In Normandy, saw I this Lawrence, a man of sovereign parts he is esteemed. Well fitted in arts, glorious in arms. Nothing becomes him ill that he would well. The only soil of his fair virtue's gloss is a sharp wit matched with too blunt a will.
So merry marks you like. Is it so?
They say so most his humors know.
So short-lived wits wither as they grow. Who are the rest?
The young Dwayne.
O well-accomplished youth, for all whose virtue love, for virtue loves, most power to do most harm, least knowing ill. For his wit to make an ill shape good, and shape do in grace, though he had no wit. I saw Bruce at the library once, and he is very good.
Another of these students at that time was there with him, if I have heard a truth. Barry, they call him. It's a merry man to the limit of becoming murder. I never spent an hour's talk with all. His fair tongue, his expositor, delivers such apt and gracious words. The aged ears pay tribute to his tales, and young hearers are quite ravished. So sweet and voluble is his discourse.
God bless my ladies, are they all in love? That ever on her own head garnished with such bedecking ornaments of praise.
Here comes Coach.
Now, what admittance, ma'am?
The bar had noticed your fair approach, and he and his competitors as though bristled to meet you, gentlemen, before I came. Mary, thus much I have learned. He'd rather meet the lodge in the field.
Like one that comes here to besiege his school.
And seek dispensation for his oath to let you enter his unpeopled house.
Here comes the man.
Fair Cynthia, welcome to the School of Navarre.
There, I'll give you back again. Welcome? I have not yet. The roof of the school is too high to be yours, and welcome to the wide fields too base to be mine.
You shall be welcome to my school.
I will be welcome then. Conduct me thither.
Hear me, dear lady. I have sworn an oath.
Oh, help him! He'll be forsworn.
Not for the world, fair miss, by my will.
My will shall break it. Will and nothing else.
Your ladyship is ignorant what it is.
'Tis deadly sin to keep that oath, you dear Ken, and sin to break it. But pardon me, I am two-sided bold to teach a teacher ill-beseeming me. Thou didst hear the purpose of my coming, and suddenly resolve me in my suit.
Miss, I will, if suddenly I may.
You will, sooner the isle were away. You'll prove perjured if you make me stay.
Did I not dance with you once?
Did I not dance with you once?
I know you did.
How needless was it then to ask the question?
Well, you must not be so quick.
'Tis long of you to spur me with such questions.
Your wit speeds too high, and it goes too fast. Little tired.
Not to leave you behind in the mire.
Well, what time of day?
The hour the fool should ask.
Well, now, let down your mask.
Beauty is a mask that becomes the face. Fair falls the face it covers.
And send you many lovers.
Amen. So you be none.
Amen. I'll be gone.
Miss, your father here doth intimate the payment of $500, disbursed by my father for the prom. Yet there remains unpaid 500 more, in surety the school of Aquitaine is bound to us. If then your father will restore but that one half which is unsatisfied. We will give up our right to Aquitaine and hold fair friendship with your father. Fair Cynthia, were not his request so far from reason's yielding, your fair self should make yielding against some reason in my breast, and go well satisfied to Aquitaine again.
You do him, my father, too much wrong, and wrong the reputation of your name. Insolent seeming to confess deceit of that which had so faithfully been paid.
I do confess, I never heard of it. And if you prove it, I'll repay it back or yield up Aquitaine.
We rest your word. Babette, you can produce acquaintances for such a sum from special officers. Hold your tongue.
Calm down. Excuse me, Kim. The packet is not come. Where that and other specialties abound, tomorrow you shall see sight of them.
It shall suffice me. I wish to interview all liberal reason will I yield unto. Until such time, receive such welcome at my hand. You may not come, fair Cynthia, within my gates, but here without you shall be so received. You may consider yourself as lodged in my own heart. Your own good thoughts excuse me, and farewell. Tomorrow shall we visit you again.
Sweet health and fair desires to you.
Thy own wish I thee in every place.
Lady, I commend you to mine heart.
Is the fool sick?
Sick at the heart.
Alas, let it bleed.
Would it do it any good?
My physics, says I.
Well, would you prick it with your eye?
No point we find not.
God save thy life.
And yours for long living.
I cannot abide this mocking. Is this yours? I pray you, Lord, what lady is that saint?
The Allentown, Catherine, her name.
A gallant lady, madame. Fare you well.
I beseech you, a word. What is she in the white?
A woman sometimes, if I'm right.
Perchance, bright the light. I desire her name.
She hath one for herself, who desired that were ashamed.
I pray you, miss, whose daughter?
Her mother's, I have heard.
God's blessing on your head.
Ah, don't be offended. Maria is her name.
Who is that young miss over there?
She is Nancy.
Who is goddess Maria?
Rosaline, and in your dreams.
Is she him or no?
To her will, sir, or so.
You're welcome, madame. And you.
Are welcome here. Farewell, sir, to you.
That last is Barry, the merry madcap. Not a word with him, but a jest. And every jest but a word.
It was well done of you to take him at his word.
I was willing as to grapple as he was to bore.
Good wits will be jangling, but gentles, agree. This civil war of wits were much better used on a guard his boatman. For here, well, 'tis abused.
If my observation, which very seldom lies, by the hasty rhetoric disclosed with the eyes, deceive me not now, the bath is infected.
With what?
With which we love is entitled afflicted.
Your reason?
Why, all his behaviors didn't make their attire to the porter's eye keep in thorough desire. His heart like an agate with their print impressed, proud with his form, his eye, pride expressed. Methought, his turmoil impatient to speak and not see, did stumble in haste in his eyesight to be. Methought all his senses were locked in your eye, as jewels in crystal for some prince to buy. His fancies on margin to quote such amazes, that all eyes saw his eyes, enchanted with gazes. I'll give you Aquitaine on all that is his, and you'll give him, for my sake, but one loving kiss.
I'll come to our pavilion. The bed is disposed.
But to speak that in words which the eye hath disclosed, I only have made a mouth of his eye by adding a tongue, which I know will not lie.
Thou art an old lovemonger, and speakest skillfully. She is Cupid's grandmother and learns news of him.
Do you hear, my mad ladies?
No.
What then do you see? I are waiting to be gone. You are too hard for me.
A most acute juvenile,
side in the face. A wonder friend, a Clarence, broken in a shin.
Oh, sir! A plantain, a plain plantain.
Oh, but tell me, how is that Clarence broken in shin?
I will tell you something.
That's no feeling of it, Mom. I, Clarence, running out but was safely within, fell over the threshold and broke my shins.
We'll talk no more of this matter.
Tell there be more matter in the shin.
By my sweet soul, I am setting thee at liberty, and freedom in that person. Thou art captivated, bound, immured, restrained.
True, true. And now you will be my purgation and let me loose?
I am setting thee at liberty, and in lieu thereof impose on thee nothing but this. There is significant to my movement to the country-made Jacobin. There is remuneration for the best ward of mine honors is rewarding my dependence. More, Pamela, follow!
Like a sequel, I follow. Farewell, parents.
Now will I look on this remuneration. Remuneration! Oh, that's the Latin word for 3 nickels! 3 nickels! Remuneration!
Clarence, my good friend, how have you come back?
Please, sir, how much flowers may a man buy for remuneration?
What is a remuneration?
Marry, sir, 3 nickels.
3. Well then, 3 nickels worth of silk.
I thank you. God be with you.
And stay, where I must employ thee.
When would you have it done, sir?
No, it's not what I was going to say.
Proceed.
I'm going to employ thee, as thou wilt win my favor. And I shall entreat this favor.
When would you have it done, sir?
You still don't know this.
Well, I will do it. Very
You
well.
still don't know.
I shall know, sir, when I have done it.
And, can I please tell you?
I will come to you tomorrow.
No! It must be done this afternoon. Hard, but this. Cynthia comes to shoot here in the park. In her train, there's a gentle lady, Rosaline they call her. See to her right hand, then this seal of counsel. Now, here's like driven, which I need to get rid of because they do not. Now go.
Oh, garden. Oh, sweet garden. Better than remuneration. I have going better. Garden remuneration.
And I pursue love. Nay, to be perjured, which is worst of all. And among 5, to love the worst of all. Well, I will love. I'll write. I'll sigh. I'll pray. And I'll sue. And I'll groan.
Until further notice, no girls are to be allowed on the premises under any circumstances. That means no girls, Clarence.
know not, but I think it was not he.
Whoever he was, he showed a mountain mind. Well, ladies, today we shall have our dispatch. Or, Saturday, we will return to school. Then, point next to my friend, where is the bush that we must stand to play the murderer in?
Hereby, upon the edge of yonder coppice, a statue you may make the fairest shoot.
I think my beauty. I am fair at shoot. Thereupon thou speakest, the fairest shoot.
Pardon me, madam, for I meant not so.
What? What? First praise me, and he can say no. Oh, sure, this bride not fair. Alack, for what? But come, the bow. Now, mercy goes ill, and shooting well is then accounted ill.
Good afternoon. Ladies, pray you, which is the head lady?
Thou shalt know him, fellow, by the rest that have no heads.
Which is the greatest lady? The highest.
The thickest and the tallest.
The thickest and the tallest. Truth is truth. Are not you the chief woman? You are the thickest here.
Pardon me. What's your will, sir? What's your will? You deserve that.
I have a letter from Mary to one lover. Why don't you let me get it?
Hurry up! Honestly.
Offline, did he say?
I wonder what it says. Love. I think someone has a crush.
Here you are.
Good. Now you may go. Stay aside, good bear. Thank you for nothing. Coach, you can carve. Read it. Read it. I am bound to serve.
This letter is mistook. It affordeth none here. It is writ to Jacqueline.
We will read it, I swear. Break the neck of the wax, and everyone give ear.
By heaven that thou art fair is most infallible. True that thou art beauteous. Truth itself that thou art lovely. More fair than fair. Beautiful than beauteous. True than truth itself. Have commiseration on thy rocal vassal?
Shall I command thy love? I may. Shall I enforce thy love? I could. Shall I entreat thy love? I will.
What shall I exchange for rags? Robes. For titles? Titles. For thyself? Me. Thus expecting thy reply, I profane my lips upon thy foot. My eyes on thy picture, and my heart on thy every part. Thy and dearest design of ministry, Juan Carlos.
What plume of feathers is he that wrote this letter?
What vein, what weathercock, did you ever hear better? I am much deceived, but I remember the style. Else your memory is bad, for it wore it erewhile. This Juan Carlos is a Spaniard that attends Navarre, a fanticide, a monarcho, and one that makes sport to Ken and his bookmates.
Now, fellow, a word. Who gave thee this letter?
I told you, sir.
To whom shouldst thou give it?
From him to her.
From which him? To which her?
From Mary Giles, a good friend of mine, to a lady of Aquitaine he called Rosalind.
Thou hast mistaken his letter. Come, friends, away. Here, sweet, put up this. We'll be thine another day.
By my troth, how they both did fit it.
And Mark Marvel is well shot, for they both did hit it.
A Mark? Oh, Mark with that Mark. A Mark, she says. Let the Mark have a prick in it, if it may be.
Glide the bow hand. I faith your hand is out.
Indeed, she must shoot near, or she'll ne'er hit the clouds.
And if my hand be in, then be like your hand is
Then will she get the upshoot by cleaving the pin.
Come, you talk greasily. Your lips grow foul.
She's too hard for your tricks. Challenge her to bow.
I fear too much rubbing. Good night, my good owl.
By my soul, a swain, a most simple clown. Oh, how the ladies and I put him down. Oh, my troth, most sweet jest, most incanny vulgar wit, when it comes so smoothly off, so obscenely, as it were, so fit. Juan Carlos on the one side, a most dainty man. To see him walk before a lady, and to bear her fan, to see him kiss his hand, and how most sweetly he will swear. And his page on the other side, that bundle of wit. Ah, heavens, it is a most pathetic lament.
Go back to class. Get back to class.
And that is a testimony of a good conscience.
The score now hangs like a jewel in the ear of Caleb, the sky, who welcomes the heavens, and it all falls like a crowd in the face of terror.
Sword.
Terror.
Sword.
Terror.
The lad.
Terror!
The ruling Professor Montgomery, the evidence of Shakespeare, and the scholar of the least. Master, I assure you of the true author.
Professor Hannah caught Credo. 'Twas not a bullseye, 'twas blue.
Most barbarous intimation. To insert again her inclination, after her undressed, unpolished, untrimmed, or rather unlettered, or rather as unconfirmed fashion. To insert again my hot Credo.
I said the target was not a hard Credo, 'twas blue. Twice sawed simplicity. Oh, thou monster ignorance, how deformed dost thou look?
Sir, she hath never she hath not eaten the words nor out of Lord the knowledge.
You great bookman, can you tell me by your wit what was a month old at Cain's birth that's not 5 weeks old as yet? Diana, my dear Joel. Diana. Who is Diana? Who is Diana?
As I don't read to not
To the moon?
the moon was a month old when Adam was no more, and wrought not to 5 weeks when he came to find his Lord. The illusion holds the exchange.
Tis true indeed, the foolish holds the exchange.
God, comfort thy capacity. I say, the illusion holds the exchange.
And I say the pollution holds in the exchange, for the moon is never but a month old. And I say besides that, 'twas blue that Miss Cynthia The archer always aims arrows at hackers' angles.
Oh, well, lieutenant. A so feminine saluted us.
God give you good morrow, Master Ernest.
Very master, schoolmaster.
Good Master Herbert, be so good as to read this letter. It was given me by Clarence and sent in from poor fellows. I beseech you read it. It is indecipherable.
Pardon, sir. What is the contents? What my soul curses.
I am very if love make me forsworn, how shall I spread love? If knowledge be not, to know we shall pass. Well learned is that tongue, and well communicated man, all ignorant, that soul that sees thee not wonder, celestial as thou art, O God, that sings heaven's praise, such an earthly wonder.
But Tim Marcello, was this directed to you?
I, sir, from one Mary, one of the strange school boys.
I will overglance the superscript. To the snow white hand, the most beauteous Rosaline. Not you! Written from your ladyship's and all desired employment, Baron.
Herbert, this Barry is one of the faithful followers of Ken. Chip and go, my sweet, deliver this letter into the hand of Ken. It may concern much.
Farewell. Sir, God save your life. Good Clarence.
Go with me.
Come with me, my girl.
But to return to the verses, did they please you, Sir Herbert?
Marvelous. Well put.
Away! The gentles are at their game, and we will to our recreation.
If you should say we're through, or if you want to make me cry, that won't be so hard to do. If you should say goodbye, I'll still go on loving you. Each night I ask the stars up above, why must I be a teenager in love? Why must I be be a teenager in love. I will not love. No, no. And if I do, hang me. By heaven, I do love. It's taught me to rhyme and to be melancholy. Here's a part of my rhyme. Hear my melancholy. Oh, she has one of my sonnets already. The clown wrote it. The fool sent it. The lady hath it. Sweet clown, sweet fool, and sweetest lady. I would not care if him, the other four, were he. Here comes one with a paper. God give him grace to grow. I need fake secrets. So sweet a kiss the golden sun gives not to those fresh drops upon the rose, as thy eye beams in their fresh rays have smote the night of dews that on my cheeks down flows. O Queen of Queens, how far dost thou excel? No thought can think, nor tongue of mortal tell. How shall she know my griefs? I'll drop the paper. Who as he comes here? Sweet leaves, shade follow. Now my likeness, no more fool's tears. Ay me, I am forsworn. In love, I hope, sweet fellowship and shame.
Am I the first that has been perjured so?
Well, I can put thee in thy comfort. Not by to thy mouth.
I fear these stubborn lines lack the power to move. Oh, sweet Maria. These numbers will I tear in writing prose.
Oh, rhymes are guards on long Cupid's hose. Disfigure not his shop.
Did not the heavenly rhetoric of thine eye persuade mine heart to this false perjury? Vows for thee broke deserve not punishment. A woman I forswore, but I will prove, thou being a goddess. I forswore not thee, if by me broke, what fool is not so wise, to lose an oath, to win a paradise?
Your idolatry. God of this, God of men, for we are much off track.
By whom shall I send this? Company? Stay.
But have I wished we transform 4 woodcocks in a dish. Oh, most is my gate, my head with wondering of mortal eye. Well, that I had my wish.
And I had mine. And mine too, goodness.
Amen. I wouldn't catch it. Once more, we will read the oath and the giant bridge. This will I send to the hills, orally, I shall express my true love's faster. For that Cadbury moose and lords were lovers too. For none of them were all like to doubt.
You may look pale, but I should blush. and I know to be o'erheard and taken napping so.
Come, sir! You blush, as your case is such. You chided him, offending twice as much. You do not love. I have been closely shrouded in this bush, and for you both did blush. What will Barry say when that he shall hear? Faith infringed, which such zeal did swear. How will he scorn? How will he spend his wit? How will he triumph, leap, and laugh at it? For all the wealth that ever I did see, I would not have him know so much by me.
Now, I step forth with hypocrisy.
Closely shrouded as you were with this bush. And I marked you, and thou art also in love. You did find his love, and your mouth did see, but I find a beam in each of three. I find a beam in you. How dare you forsworn our oath that we took? How dare you? As you mentioned, I would leave the laugh and scorn at this perjury.
Too bitter is thy jest. Are we thus betrayed to thy overview?
Not you two, but I, betrayed by you. That's an honest. Right? Find it sin to break the vow you engaged in. When shall you ever hear me right at being crying? Or groan below? Or spend a minute's time tripping? Or sigh for long? When shall you ever hear me praise a hand, a foot, a face, an eye, a state, a brow, a breast, a waist, a leg, a limb?
I beseech you, let this letter be read aloud. Our person is doubted to his treated in his head.
Barry, read it aloud.
Okay.
Where did you get it?
Of Clarence.
Where did you get it?
Of Juan Carlos.
How now is it? Why is not there?
You need not fear.
Did you move into passion? Therefore, let's hear it.
It is Barry's writing. And here is his name. For shame.
Guilty! Guilty! I confess!
What?
I have a piece of paper in my mouth. It's there. I also give up my perjury, for I am forsworn as well. As he and you, my friend, and I are all pick verses in love, and we do deserve to die. I'll dismiss this audience, and I will tell you more.
Now the numbers even.
True, we are four.
5. envelope.
Hence away.
Walk beside the true folk, let the traitors stay.
Sweet lords, sweet lovers, let us embrace. We cannot cross the cause why we were born. Therefore, all hands must be forsworn. What?
Did these red lines show some love of thine?
That they hope you, who sees the heavenly rod line.
But what of this? Are we not all in love?
Nothing so sure, and thereby all forsworn.
Then, good Mary, leave this chat, and prove our loving lawful, and faith not torn.
I, Mary, some blasphemy conceivable.
Oh, some authority, how to proceed.
Some sap perjury.
We have made a vow, and in that vow we have forsworn our books. For when would you, my friend, or you, write such fiery numbers as the prompting eyes of beauty's tutors have enriched you with?
Never durst poet touch his pen to write until his inks were tempered with love's sides. Do we resolve to once lose our oaths to find ourselves, lest we lose ourselves to keep our oaths?
Shall we resolve to woo these girls back to me?
And win them too.
Women!
Therefore, let us devise some entertainment for them in their tents. For revels, dances, masks, and merry hours. For unfair love, strewing her way with flowers.
Away, away! No time to complain. And in bead time, may us be fitted.
Saint Cupid then, and soldiers, to the field!
Hey!
guys here last night? No. He's doing great. They're all doing great. I will say I think he's very good at memorizing lines. So he always gets a part that has a lot of lines. Whether it's the part he wants or not, he gets a lot. He's got a lot of lines.
He has good accent.
He's good.
He reads it well.
Yeah.
Fun to watch.
Yeah, he tried out. I think he tried out for like one of the princes, but you know, other than, I think he has at least as many lines as all but one or two of the princes.
Hey, he's up there a lot.
Yeah. And then I mean, he's playing a class clown too, which is just the perfect role for him. I mean, they nailed the casting. He was, I think 2 years ago they did A Midsummer Night's Dream and he played Puck, who again is like the troublemaker, wisecracker. I'm like, Lincoln, you have a type, clearly. You know, I know. You're going to get typecast, yeah.
So he had a lot of fun with it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think the only drawback is like he's doing so much stuff this spring that he's at times like, I really have to go to practice because I'm doing all this other stuff. But, you know, that's...
What else is he into?
Well, he's, so like over the last 2 months, he's been doing this, baseball, track, choir, ballroom. I mean, co-op, I mean, you know, the normal school stuff. Those 5 things, mostly. they've all been very time consuming.
Well, hopefully it saves up.
Oh yeah, no, he's having a blast. I mean, I know he likes all of it. He wouldn't do away with any of it, you know. So it'll probably get harder to do all of it once he's in high school because there'll be like more demands, you know.
Kids.
Exactly. Do it while you can. Do it while you can. That's right.
When they get old, then they don't do any of it.
That's right.
and pursue their romantic interests. Cynthia practiced her archery with her group, and then us professors argued about it. In Act 5, rumor has it, Juan Carlos is going to ask me the right to play with the other professors. 4 our guests are advocating. The girls got love tokens from the boys, or they will, and then they switch them up to trick them. Then the boys, dressed up as Russians, to test if the girls really love them. It's rather complicated. I don't understand my students at all, maybe you will. It's kind of... Then they decided to not get married for a year, which is rather mature considering the fact that this whole situation is ridiculous. So they decided to wait. And then they should be focusing on their studies more because they are failing all of their classes. Below will be the failure guides. Thank you all for coming, and we are hoping that you have enjoyed our show so far.
else.
I know him. His humor is lofty, his discourse peremptory, his tongue vile, his eye ambitious, his gait majestical, and his general behavior vain, ridiculous, and philosophical.
A most singular choice. How about that?
He draweth out the thread of his verbosity, finer than the staple of his argument. I abhor such fanatical fantastic, such point devising insociable pens, such rappers that will wrong.
Video, I've got it.
They have been on a great piece of languages and stolen the scraps.
Oh, they have been long on the alms bastard words. I marvel that thy master hath not eaten thee for a word, for thou art not so long by the head as able to receive honors. Thou art easier swallowed than a flat dragon.
Peace! The appeal begins.
Are women preeminent? We will be singled from the bombers. Are you not letter? Do you not educate the youth at the charge house of Province Mountain?
I do, Sam's question.
Sir, it is Kent's sweetest pleasure and affection to congratulate the women at their most brilliant in the posteriors of the day, which the called the afternoon.
The posterior of the day. Good sir! Is Bible for immeasurable for the afternoon. The word is local, sweet, chosen out. I do assure you, sir. I do assure.
Irregardless, Ken is a gentleman and a very good man. Some certain special honors is his greatest true partner. Juan Carlos, a student, a man of travel, who has seen the world. But let that pass. The very all possess these Ken's not possess the symptoms of delightful ostentation, or show, or pageant, or firework.
Well, sir, you shall present before her the 9 worthies. The 9 worthies! To be presented by my assistants, the 9 worthies!
Well, where will you find men worthy enough to present them?
Ernest Judas Maccabeus, Herbert Smith, gallant gentleman, Alexander Great. This swain whose the great limb or joint shall pass Pompey the Great. The page, Hercules!
And pardon, sir. She is not quantity enough. Oh! She's not so weak as the end of these below.
I will play 3 myself.
Rise for the gentleman. Here, amigo, thou hast spoken no word all the while.
Nor understood none either, sir. Allons, we will employ thee. I'll make one in a dance or so. I'll put on the table to the worthies and let them dance the hay. Oh, dole, honest dole, to our sport, away.
Okay, guys and girls, it's almost time for the prom. Will the decorating committee please head outside to the dance area for decorating? And we'd like to congratulate our school counselor, Miss Arlene Dole and Professor Ernest on their engagement.
paper, right on both sides the leaf, margins and all, that he was fain to sail on Cupid's name. But, Rosaline, you have a love token too? Who sent it, and what is it?
I would you knew. And if my face was as fair as yours, my favor were as great. Be witness this. Nay, I have verses too. I thank fairy, the number is true, and the number is two. I wear the fairest goddess on the ground. I am compared to 20,000 fairies. Oh, he has drawn my picture in his letter.
Anything like?
Much in the letters, nothing in the praise.
But Catherine, what was sent to you from Third Lane?
Madame, this love, did he not send its twin? Yes, madame, and moreover, 1,000 verses of the faithful lover, a huge translation of prophecies, finely compiled, profound simplicity. But Nancy, did you receive a love sentence?
I have received from Bruce a bracelet. And many verses too, full of love. This and these pearls to me, St. Lawrence. The letter is too long, by half a mile.
I think no less. Dost thou not wish in heart the chain were longer and the letter short?
Aye, or I would these hands might never part.
We are wise girls to mock our lovers so. They are worse fools to purchase mocking so. The same fairy I torture ere I go. Oh, that I knew he were but in by the week. How I make him fawn, beg, and seek.
None are so surely caught when they are catched as wit turn fool.
Folly and fools bears not so strong a note, as Valerie and the wise when wit doth goat.
Here comes Lawrence, and mirth is in her face.
I'm stabbed in love. Where is she?
Thy news the best?
Prepare, Cynthia, prepare. Arm in arm. He counters mounted or against your peace. Love doth approach, disguised. Armed in arguments, he'll be surprised. Must your wits stand on defense or hide your head like cowards of lions?
What are they that charge their breaths against us? Say, Scout, say!
Under the cool shade of a sycamore, I thought to close mine eyes for some half hour. When lo, to enter my proposed rest, toward that shade I might hold address Ken and his companions. Warily, I scorn to neighbor think apply, and overheard what you shall overhear, that, by and by, disguised, they will be here.
What? What? Come they to visit us?
They do, and apparel thus, like Muscovite.
Russians, as I guess, their purpose to parley, to court and dance, and each their love feet advance, unto his several mistress, which they will know, by tokens several, which they bestow.
And will they so? The gallants shall be tasked, for, ladies, we will every one be masked. Hold, Rosaline, this token thou shalt wear, and then can record thee for his dear. Hold, take thou this, my sweet, and give me thine. So shall buried take me for Rosaline. And change your tokens too, so shall your loves be contrary, deceived by these removes.
Come on then, where the favors most in sight.
If you're wondering the effect of my intent, the effect of my intent is to cross theirs. They do it, but in mockery and merriment, and mock for mock is only my intent. There's several counsels they and wisdom shall to us mistook, and so be loved withal upon the next occasion that we meet, with visages displayed to talk and greet.
But shall we dance if they desire us to?
No. To the death, we will not move a foot, nor to the pen speech render we no grace. But while 'tis spoke, each turn away her face.
But that content will quite kill the speaker's heart, and divorce his memory of harm.
Therefore I do it, and I make no doubt. The rest will ne'er come in if he be out. So, shall we stay, mock the intended game, and they well mocked, depart away with shame.
Be masked! The mask is come.
that ever turn their backs to mortal views.
Their eyes, villain, their eyes.
That ever turn their eyes to mortal views. Out of your favors, heavenly spirits, vouchsafe, not to behold.
Once to behold, you rogue.
Once to behold, with your sunbeam dies, with your sunbeam dies.
They will not answer to that epithet. We were best to call it daughter-beamed eyes.
They do not mark me, and that brings me out.
Is this your perfectness? Be gone, you rogue.
What would these strangers know their minds, coach? What would you with the princess?
Nothing but peace and gentle visiting.
What would they, say they? Nothing but peace and gentle visitation. Why, that they have, and made them so. Be gone. She says, you haven't, and you may be gone.
Say to her, we have measured many miles to tread a measure with her on this grass.
They say they have measured many miles to try to measure with you on this grass. It is not so. Ask them how many inches are in 1 mile. If they have measured many, then the measure within of one is easily told. If you come hither, you have measured miles and many a mile. The princess bid you tell her how many inches doth fill up 1 mile.
Say to her, we measure now. We number these miles in many weary steps.
She hears herself. How many weary steps, how many weary miles have you e'er gone, are numbered in the travel of 1 mile?
We measure nothing that we spend for you. Our duty so rich, so infinite, that we may do it still without account. vouchsafe to show the sunshine of your face, that we like savages may worship it.
My face is but a moon, and clouded too.
Then in our measure, do but vouchsafe one change. Thou bidst me beg. This begging is not strange. Will you not dance? How come you thus estray? The music plays. Vouchsafe some motion to it.
Our ears vouchsafe it.
But your legs should do it.
Since you are strangers and come here by chance, we will not be nice. Take hands, we will not dance.
I take the hands then.
Only to part friends. Curse, parts, and so the measure ends.
If you deny to dance, let's hold more chat.
In private, then?
I am best pleased with that.
My tender mistress, one sweet word for thee?
Honey, milk, and sugar. There's 3.
Well, neither to trade. And if you grow such nice material foot and mouth, we run dice.
There is half a dozen sweets.
7 sweets. I do. Since you can cog, I'll play no more with you.
One word in secret.
Let it not be sweet,
Wherefore not sweet?
because I like it sour better than sweet.
Wherefore me?
Madam, will you vouchsafe to me the change of word?
Name it.
Then,
Say so, fair lord. Take that for your fair lady.
leaves it to you as much in private. I'll grant you.
What? Was your wizard made without a tongue?
I know the reason, lady, why you ask.
Oh, for your reason. Quickly, sir, I long.
You have a double tongue within your grasp, and could afford my useless visit half.
No, I'll not pay your half.
One word in private with you, ere I go.
Wait softly then, since you hear the try.
The tongues of Macan ladies are as keen as a razor's edge invisible.
Their conceits are wings, swifter than arrow bullets, stop winged, swifter things.
Not one word more, my mates. Break off, break off.
My tongues I'll drive thee with scoff.
Farewell, ma'am, ladies. You have simple bits.
20 years, my frozen Muscovites. Are these the breed of wits so wondered at?
Tapers they are, but their sweet breaths puffed out.
Will they ever let visitors show their faces?
They were all lamentable cases. But will you hear? Ken is my love sworn,
And Quickbear hath plighted faith to me.
And Lawrence was for my service born.
And Bruce was made for me.
Dwayne is mine as your bark on the tree.
Girls, come here, come here, come here. Immediately they will be here again, for it can never be that they will digest this harsh indignity.
Oh, what perplexity! What shall we do if they return in their own shapes to woo?
Good madame, if by me you'll be advised, let's mock them still as well known as disguised. Let's complain to them what fools we're here, disguised as Muscovites and shapeless here.
ladies, withdraw. The gallons are at hand.
Whip to our 10 tons road, run over the land.
In the approach.
Yes.
Oh, that you could have heard these places. Pick up my girl. He likes you.
Oh, shall hold me, and so hold your vow. Nor God, nor I, delights in perjured men.
Oh, you have lived in isolation here, unseen, unvisited, much to our shame.
Not so, my lord, it is not so, I swear. We have pleasant pastime here and pleasant game.
A mess of Russians left us but of late.
How old, my sweet? Russians?
Ah, in truth, my friend, trim gallant, full of courtship and of state.
We five indeed came fresh to work, the five in Russian habit. They stayed an hour and talked a piece. And in that hour, my lord, they did not bless us with one happy word.
This jest is too dry for me. Gentle, sweet, your wits makes wise things seem foolish.
Which of the masks was it that you wore?
Where? When? What mask? Why do you ask this of me?
There, and that wizard, that superfluous case, that hid the worst and showed a better face.
We are decried. Thou mock us now downright.
Let us confess and turn it to a jest.
Amazed, my sweet. Why look you so sad?
Help hold his brows, he'll swoon. Why look you pale? Seasick, I think, coming from Muscovy.
Teach us, fair madam, for our rude transgression, some fair excuse.
The fairest is confession. We're not too here, but even now, disguised.
I was.
When you then were here, what did you whisper in your lady's ear?
That more than all the world, I do love her.
When she shall challenge this, you will reject her.
Upon mine honor, no. Despise me when I break this oath of mine.
I will, and therefore keep it. Rosaline, what did the Russian whisper in your ear?
Madam, he swore to me that he did hold me dear as precious eyesight, and did value me above this world, adding thereto moreover that he would wed me or else die my lover.
God give me joy of him! The noble lord most honorably doth uphold his word.
Upon my life, my troth, I never swore this lady such an oath.
By heaven you did, and to confirm it plain, you gave me this.
My faith and this, the princess I did give. I knew her by the crown.
Pardon me, sir. This jewel did she win. And very, I thank him, is my dear. What? Will you have me or your brooch again?
Neither. If either, I remit both together. I see the tricks. Some carry tale, some mumble news, told of our intents, and then once the ladies did hear, they did exchange their favors. And then we, following the signs, wooed but the sign of she.
Now to our perjury we add more terror. We are again forsworn to will and error. Oh, Marilyn.
Oh, Lord, sir, they would know whether the three worthies shall come in or not.
What are there but three?
No, sir, but it is verified, for everyone presents three.
And 3 times 3 is 9.
Not so, sir. Under correction, sir, I hope it is not so.
I always took 3 times 3 for 9.
Art thou one of the worthies?
It pleases them to think me worthy of Pompey the Great. For mine own part, I know not the degree of the worthy, but I am to stand for him.
Well, go bid them prepare.
We will turn it finely off, sir. We will take some care.
Fairy, they will shame us. Let them not approach.
We are shame-proof, my lord. It is some policy to have a play worse than the kings in his company.
Anointed, I implore thee, so much of thy royal sweet breath, as will utter a brace of words.
Here is like to be a great presence of worthies. She presents Juan Carlos, Hector of Troy, Clarence, Pompey the Great, Professor Hanover as Alexander, Pamela as Hercules, Professor Ernest as Judas Maccabeus. And if these 4 worthies in their first show thrive, 4 will change habits and present the other 5.
The 9 worthies.
Your nose smells no, and it's the most tender-smelling knife.
The culprit is dismayed. Proceed, good Alexander.
What in the world?
Again? Oh, Pompey the Great! Take away the conqueror. Take away Alexander.
Oh, sir. You have overthrown Alexander the Conqueror. A conqueror and a fear to speak? Run away for shame, Alexander. He is a marvelous good neighbor, Fate, and a very good bowler. But alas, for Alexander, you see how it is, a little warp-hearted. But there are worthies coming that will speak their minds in some other sort.
Great Hercules is presented by this imp. Whose club killed Cerberus, that 3-headed Canis, and when he was a babe, a child, nothing more than a shrimp, thus did he strangle serpents in his madness. Are you okay, child? Do you need to see our school counselor? Keeps him stay in thy exit and banish. Judas I am.
Judas!
Not his carry-on, sir. Judas I am, called Maccabeus.
Judas Maccabeus flipped his plane Judas. A kissing traitor. How art thou proved, Judas?
Judas I am.
The more shame for you, Judas.
I will not be put out of countenance.
Because thou hast no face.
What is this?
A cinder head.
The head of a bumpkin. The face of an old Roman coin, scarcely. A death's face in a ring.
I am put out of countenance.
No, we have given thee faces.
Not gentle and not humble.
Alas, poor Maccabeus, how have you been dated?
The armor-potent Mars of Lances the Almighty gave Hector a gift.
A lemon stuck with cloves.
Peace. The armor-potent Mars of Lances the Almighty gave Hector a gift. A man so breathed that certain he would fight, yea, out of his pavilion, day and night. I'm that flower.
come.
I, Pompey, Pompey surnamed the Big.
The Great.
It is great, sir. Pompey surnamed the Great. Who often field with torch and shield did make my foe to sweat. And traveling along this coast, I hear him come by chance to lay my arms before the last legs of this sweet lass. If you would say thanks, Pompey, I had one.
Great thanks, great Pompey.
It is not so much worth, but I hope I was perfect. I made a little fault great. And
Dost thou infamous him among potentates? Thou shalt die! Mighty North Bull, I challenge thee!
I'll not fight with a bull like a northern man. I'll slap. I'll do it by the sword. I mean, pray, let me borrow my arms again.
Gentlemen, pardon me. I will my shirt!
Don't say that!
Reason, have you forest?
The naked proof of it, sirs. I have no shirt!
I had to have been Pompey through the best for
Excuse me, miss!
George! That don't interrupt us our merriment!
I'm sorry, madam, but the news I bring are heavy on my tongue. The principal, your father.
Dead! For my life!
Even so, my tale's told.
Worthies, away! The sea begins to cloud.
How fares your Paris?
Prepare! I will await tonight.
Madame, not so. I do beseech you, stay.
Prepare, I say! I thank you for all your fair endeavors. Over boldly we have borne ourselves in the conquest of breath. Your gentleness was guilty of it. Farewell!
For your fair sakes, have we neglected time, played foul play with our oaths?
I understand you not, my griefs are double!
Pure and gentle words will best pierce the ears of grief.
Your beauty, ladies, hath much deformed us, fashioning our humors, even the opposed end of our defense.
We have received your letters full of love, and our maiden counsel has written them pleasant jest, and therefore took your loves in their own fashion, like a merriment.
Our letters, much love, showed much more than jest.
So did our looks.
We did not vote you so.
Now, at the latest minute of the hour, grant us your loves.
The time methinks too short to make a world without end bargain in. No, no, my lord, your grace is perjured much, full of dear guiltiness, and therefore this. If for my love you will do aught, this shall you do for me. Go and speed to some forlorn and naked hermitage, remote from all the pleasures of the world. Then, at the expiration of a year, I will be thine. Until that instant, shut my woeful self up in a mourning house.
Hence, hermit, then. My heart is in thy breast.
But what's me, my love? A wife?
A beard, fair health, and honesty, with threefold love, I wish you all these three.
What says Maria?
For the 12th month's end, I'll change my black gown for a faithful friend.
I'll stay with patience, but time is long.
The like are you, you taller are so young.
Who shall I say, I think thee gentle wife?
Not so. For a 12th month of the day, I'll mark no words that smooth been words say. Come when the others doth for them, then if I have much love, I'll give you some.
I'll serve thee true and faithfully till then.
Yet swear not, lest you be forsworn again.
Studies, my lady. Rosaline, look upon me. Behold the window of mine heart, mine eye. What humble suit attends thy answer day? Impose some service on me for thy love.
Oft I heard of you, Barry, before I saw you. Watch large tongue proclaims you for man who speaks with mocks. You shall, spoken a term, from day to day, visit the speechless sick, and your task shall be all the fierce endeavor of your wit. to enforce the pained and firm to smile.
This cannot be, it's impossible. Mirth cannot move a soul in agony. Befall what will befall, I will jest a 12 months in a hospital.
Aye, sweet my love. And so I take my leave.
We will see you on your way.
Our play doth not end like an old one. Jack hath no Jill. These ladies could have been our sport, a comedy.
Come, sir. It wants a 12-month and a day, and then we'll end.
That's just too long for a play.
They're taking care of the costume right now because they're working so hard. So they're cleaning them up right now. Thirdly, we have our amazing stage manager, Katie Breedwell. last, but most definitely not least, is our spectacular director, A.D. Carter. These leaders have brought together this play, and it would not be possible without them, with all of the hours and weeks and months that they have dedicated to us having a good time and being able to perform this show for you. So we would like to just have you all recognize the amount of effort they have put into this, and it's not just us actors, it is everybody backstage, it is our sound team, it is our props department, it is our costumes department, it's everybody who brings this show together, and they have done a phenomenal job, so thank you very much.
If you belong to any of these beautiful children, feel free to help us take down everything before you take them away.